The following is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome, Deadites, to part 3 of What If Deku was Venom. Last we left our favorite anti-heroes off in a certain bar with a certain crew. Of course, we also left them leaving for a certain mission about a week or two before that, but let's not worry about that right now, yeah? I'll drop us back in.
I do believe your fine self had it on reports. Let's hear it.
Tamura grinned a little bit. Yes, indeed I do. I'm just surprised that even you were drawn in by this invitation, Venom. I'll be frank. As a reaction to the actions of the hero killer and yourself, Mr. Venom, the heroes have been on DEFCON 4. So, my hope is that we can come together in these trying times and deal with these oppressive heroes. Venom oozed up to a chair and ordered a tequila sunrise, to which Kuroge dispensed without question. Let's not worry about Izuku's age, since that drink isn't going to do much to Venom anyway.
So, what you're proposing is a protection bracket of sorts.
Muscular spoke up, but then Venom sidled up to him, still holding his drink in goof form.
No, it would appear that the lovely lady is suggesting a co-op of sorts.
Shigaraki was smiling at Venom's astuteness. Indeed I am, Mr. Venom. We have all been labeled villains and oppressed by the so-called heroes for our ideals. Why not team up and strike back against them? Venom downed his drink and chuckled jovially, teeth in full effect. It was now Dobby's turn to ask questions. So, we're flying under your banner now, is it? Dobby had a slight sneer on his face. A gentleman wearing a mask, overcoat, and a dapper hat asked Dobby to cool down a bit. He was making it rather hot in there. Venom agreed with that, but maintained their distance from Dobby for obvious reasons.
Mr. Impress is right, pal. Calm down. And yes, I know who you are. Tales of your heist precede you.
That made him both happy and sad. He is a thief after all.
Back to my point. I assume it's you running the show, and not your benefactor. I'd rather not deal with him if he's who I think he is, Miss Shigaraki. Also, not to burst the bubble of your lovely little speech, but I'm not a villain. While I have been linked to a few murders and gruesome beatings, I am technically registered as an anti-hero. I'll still join the crew since these numbers are far more likable than me versus every freaking hero in Japan. While I did give all my Korea a run for their money, if I made a single error in judgment.
Everyone listening to Venom got the point. If this stick their hat in this ring, they'd be throwing down against with heavy hitters. They can't just go around running heists willy-nilly. They gotta be smart. Especially since they don't have a convenient copy quirk to assist in that matter. But Venom wasn't done laying down the terms.
Like I said before, I'm not a flat-out villain. I'm not here to be killing innocent people and such. I tend to stick to the lot that fly under the radar and tend to use the system to keep the heroes off them. The system works, but damn if it ain't flawed. Priests, crooked politicians, dirty cops that do their hood nasty, even pimps that are a bit of a heavy-handed against their girls, and their strength tends to have a bit of an overbite.
Venom was discreetly dropping his rap sheet for the others to see. However, the last one was plainly obvious. So, you're the reason that pimp changed his tune. Nice. Venom gets a good look at the room. It sneers in disgust when he sees Spinner.
And what, pray tell, are you supposed to be? Huh?
Venom made no effort to hide the shade he was throwing.
You know what? Don't answer that. I'm guessing you read his manifesto or some such crap. I ain't out to kill heroes. However, knocking a few of them down the pants sounds quite fun.
Venom was talking a big game, and Muscular was curious if he could back it up. After all, who's to say that the stories of him trading blows with All Might were true or not? Muscular throws his fist toward Venom, and that was a big mistake. Venom tends a tendril on Muscular, drops him to the floor, and then something unexpected happens. A venom blast traveled through the tendrils. It wasn't as obvious as Miles's, however. Minuscule bits of ichor from Venom were still on Muscular's arm, and he writhed in pain. Venom looks down at Muscular.
If you ever step to me, you had best be ready for the consequences. You feel me?
Muscular couldn't respond at the moment. The agony was still immobilizing him. Venom took Muscular out without even leaving his stool. If you're quite done reflexing, Mr. Venom. With a snap of his fingers, the ichor fades from Muscular, and he makes heavy, labored breaths. What the hell was that? That was horrible.
Shows him not to mess with us, Izuku.
True. Shall we let him in on what just happened?
The two decided to keep that card to themselves. For now. The more tricks they have up their sleeve, or lack thereof, the better. Himiko was holding back a giggle fit, and Venom was smiling. He made his way to Himiko.
You have a lovely smile, my dear. I see you like a little carnage. That's wonderful for what we're being proposed to do.
Venom turns to Tamura.
I meant what I said earlier. I have no interest in needlessly harming the innocent. I'm not a cold-blooded murderer. But laying down to smack down on some arrogant heroes, yes please.
Venom had laid down his code and began to leave. He had things to do. He thought about opening the door, but decided to get his axe back on just in case someone got the cheeky idea of following him. Big Black and Brooding made their way to the bathroom, but Tamura followed. You seem to know quite a lot about my benefactor. Prove it. Say their name. She was blocking him from his destination. Shigaraki had figured out his exit strategy. While it's sure he could probably use the sink, that would take a whole lot longer.
Should we entertain this?
She won't move otherwise, Izuku.
You know, I could easily get around you. And I'm guessing if I don't answer you, I can consider this bridge burnt.
Miss Tamura smiled that beautifully wicked smile again, with a slight jiggle to her chest as well.
Damn.
Ice front, Izuku.
They are Venom. Now stop being jealous.
Venom grabs Shigaraki by the waist, gently tosses her on the sink, locks the door with a tendril, and almost succumbs to his hormones. Shigaraki is actually blushing. Well, quite forward, aren't you? Say the name, and I'm all yours. Both parts of Venom inwardly sigh, but for different reasons.
All for One is a madman. I'm quite certain that he's on the verge of losing sight of his humanity. I hope you're more intact than he is.
The two were awfully close to one another to the point of feeling each other's breath on their skin. Thank you for answering me. It would appear that you're well connected, Venom. Now, I believe you were about to do something before you stopped. Shigaraki wagged her fingers at him suggestively. While they did not do the deed, they did pretty much everything else.
Izuku, not to put a damper on your fun, but we've got to go.
I know. Just when I was getting fun too.
Sorry, my dear, but I do have to get going. Rain check.
Tamura fixed herself up a bit. I'll hold you to that. Can't believe you'd get a girl all worked up and then leave the job unfinished. I'll see you later, tall, dark, and scary. Venom went for the toilet and flushed it. Like that, he was gone.
Izuku, we have to talk about your taste in women.
No. I don't think we do. It's not like I'm seeing anyone at the moment anyway. I'm free to make my own choices. And besides, did you see her? F-I-N-E. Fine.
Yes, Izuku. She has an amazing body. But on that subject of her body, she's creepier than we are.
Once again, jealousy.
As the two finish their inner banter, Izuku finds his way home via, his sink in his room. It discreetly absorbs his clone that was literally waiting in for him. After a long day of work, Izuku Midoriya had finished a long day of work, and now it was time for some play. The whole family was having dinner tonight, including Fury. Izuku takes a seat next to his parents and awaits his meal. So, how's work, Pops? Izuku asked, already knowing the answer to a point. Nick sighs. I'd tell you, but I'd have to kill you, son. Confidential shield business and whatnot. But I hear your pet project is bearing fruits. Spiders capable of spinning silk that has the tensile strength of steel. That's quite impressive, son. And should it come to proper fruition, it will revolutionize the machining industry. Your intelligence always impresses me. Imagine if you had taken that job with S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick is selling the proud and disappointed dad vibe at the same time, and Izuku is pulling the slightly annoyed child look while remaining respectful.
Looks like you need a segue. Ask Maria how UA is going.
Thanks, Venom. Love ya.
How's UA holding up, Maria? Izuku took a bite of his steak. After he had asked, Maria was smiling in both excitement and anxiety. We've got an interesting final coming. If we do well, we get to go to a training camp in the forest. I know what you're thinking. I'll be blunt. It ain't happening. They have no reason to even suspect Bakugo might have villain potential at this point. He did win in the sports festival, but there was no Izuku in the festival since he doesn't go to UA, and Maria's presence would have melded him out of it. So he took the W in stride. I'm not changing the bracket at all, just replacing Deku with Maria. Since one of our quirks is water-based, and let's not forget about the super strength and reptilian scale armor, she actually gave Shoto a good run for his money and almost beat him outright. I'll be honest, her quirks even up the playing field enough that I had to roll a D100 to see who would win. The answer is Shoto. Well, I'm sure you'll do well. You and Katsuki have been training your butts off, but please, don't forget that UA is still a school, and don't neglect your studies. Izuku said to Maria, sounding like the doctor he is. Yes, Dr. Midoriya. Maria snarkily replied to her cousin. Izuku touched his dad's shoulder and made his way to the veranda. Nick followed, and everyone else gave them their best. What's up, son? Nick asked, already in part knowing the answer. Without missing a beat, Izuku answers, I'm in.
If you like that, United States has smashed that like button. Let's go full calling on the notification icon. Ring that bell, baby. And of course, don't forget, go plus ultra on the subscribe if you're not. Now rest easy, Deadites. And remember,
The night is ours.